Yo, what's happening, people? United Central back again with another video. You know what it is. Q&A time. Same spot, same surroundings. Obviously, I'm going to take your questions that you sent to me on Twitter and on YouTube when I did a post on there. You know what I mean? It's all about it's all about interaction with the people. You know what I mean, that support you, like you guys out there. You know what I'm saying? You guys support me. You guys, you know what I mean, give me love, give me, you know what I mean, that energy. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about you guys. So I want to get cracking with the questions. The first question is from It's Hasnain. If you could choose only 2 players to sign this window, who would it be? Yo, 2 players. Yo, it's a bit of a sticky one. That still, not gonna lie to you. For me, it would have to be a right back and a centre back. Just has to be, man. That's where we are right now as a football club. We need to get the defence sorted out. And Ollie's trying to do that, you know what I mean? We can't be playing with the Chuckle Brothers. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Chuckle Brothers are not going to get you top 4. They're not going to win you titles. You know what I mean? We're going to be a banter club if we still got Phil Jones and Chris Smalling still our football club. So centre back would be a priority for me. And a right back, Wan-Bissaka, I heard, was still just, you know what I mean, dilly-dally around again, man. And how long it's going to take. But this is an English 21-year-old. Can't even get that sort. It's not even a stellar signing, you know what I mean? It's not even a marquee signing, but still, we can't get this over the board. It's a bit ridiculous, but for me, has to be a right back and a centre back. If you only told me you got 2, you know what I mean, I think we need 5. That's being minimum. So, from Hamza 766 United, do you think there will be a chance for Paul Pogba to stay? The chance to get Koulibaly, cope up the good work. Shout out to you, Hamza, man. Always a regular on these Q&As. I still think do you know what, man, it's a difficult one for me because the way he's come out with them quotes and the way he said it, and he's, you know what I mean, he said I want a new challenge, man. That's for me a guy who's not going to back down, man. And for me, United need to get this done, man. Whether it's him staying or whether he's leaving, we just need to get this kind of a, you know, that in between. We need to get that sorted ASAP, because for me, this is a big player we're missing out, you know what I mean, and we're losing out here. Paul Pogba is absolutely world class for me. So if we can sort this out quickly, for me, obviously, you know what I want him to do. I want him to stay. There's no question about that. But the problem is, can United get him to stay? And can United match his ambitions? Can United get the right signings in? Can United win titles? Can United do what Paul Pogba wants? You know what I mean? It shouldn't be like that, but at the minute, if you're a player of Pogba's quality, 26 now, you know what I mean, at that age now to progress, move on his career, you want to win trophies. And for me, it's a tricky one for me, but I think he's going to go, man. I don't know about you guys, but I think he's going to go. In terms of Koulibaly, that's gone a bit flat at the minute. I don't know what's happening with that one, you know what I mean? It was a bit like, you know, what's the word? We thought we were going to get him at one point, and then he just went flat, and then Napoli were holding out 150 million. So for me, I think it's a bit unlikely for me. I think United are looking closer to home. Harry Maguire, centre backs they can get without real, you know what I mean, you know, problems. So for me, I think it's a bit unlikely. Mr. Exclusive, shout out to you, man. If we do get a director of football, if we get him, do we have the same clowns in charge above him? Bless Broski. It will help us because obviously it will give us that basis of, you know, the chief executive won't have to get involved in transfers. You'd have to be, you know what I mean, there'll be a direct link from the manager to the guy, the director of football. He'll be there to send out scouts. He'll be there that has a footballing knowledge, man. United need a person with footballing knowledge to go out there and fix the problem, you know what I mean? So is it going to change? Yes, for me, because still we need someone with footballing knowledge, and we need someone that can, you know, get us out of that, you know, that element where, you know, Woodward is a banker at best, like I said to you. And if he can relieve pressure on Ed Woodward, then for me, yeah, I take a direct football right now. Next question from MB8701. Yeah, me, I also found out here, you know what I mean, don't know why he's asking questions about United, but we'll answer them anyway. Pre-season starting soon, lad. Are you worried about anything? Worried about my United haven't made any signings yet? Of course, man. It's absolutely like getting at me every single day, man. I'm checking United report, I'm checking transfers, I'm checking sources that I don't even know of. You know what I mean? Should check that if they're legit or not. Do you know what I mean? And it's just to the case where where are United right now? Where are the signings? Like, we have nothing, literally. They're talking about one signing, like, deal with one signing every... You know what I mean? Get one signing done, then we'll deal with another one. This is Man United Football Club. How on earth are we saying that we're going to deal with one signing first before we move on to the next one? That is a joke, man. United should be aiming to get 3 or 4 signings done like that. Like I said to you all the time, David Gill's a perfect person to say, you know what? Boom, 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 I get it done for you. I remember that 2007 season when you got Hargreaves, Nani, Anderson, boom, straight away before the season even, you know what I mean, end of the season, straight away. I think it was about start of June, end of May. Got them done ASAP, you know what I mean? And that's what we got to, you know what I mean, got to look to do, but like I said to you, you know what I mean, it's the people that are there. Ed Woodward is incompetent, man. He is not the man to lead Man United to get transfers. So for me, yes, I'm worried because you know what I mean, the season we had last season, you know what I mean, how bad it was, leaking 54 goals in. We need defenders, we need attackers. So for me, it's paramount we got to get signs, and I'm absolutely bricking it right now. But yeah. Next question is from I Just Don't Care 91. If Glazers had failed to bring in a minimum of 4 signings, excluding Daniel James, should only work for the manager role as another manager who's not been fully backed. Real talk, man. Real talk, yo. Would Ollie go? For me, it's a tricky one for me. It's one of them, man. He loves the club. He'll die for the club. You know what I mean? He's come through the ups. You know what I'm saying? He won the treble and whatnot. So I don't know if he'll do it, but like I said to you, man, you know what I mean? For me, I would go, man. If it was me, I would go. You know what I mean? Not getting backed, and you're not getting the signings you want to do to implement your style of play. You know what I mean? If you want to implement your style of play, you need the players, you need a caliber of players around you that's going to fit your style. So if you want to play a pressing game, you need to get certain players out there. Daniel James is looking like the partner. He can fill that, you know, role of pressing through the front, and you know what I mean, and that kind of, you know, you can see the ideas and philosophy. But if you're not bringing in anyone in after that, you know what I mean, you're not bringing a midfielder, you're having Matic, how are you going to press as a component? You know what I mean, like Liverpool do with Wijnaldum, you know what I mean. Klopp has bought players in to suit his need and style of play, and that's what we got to look for. And is the manager going to do that? That's a problem for me. So I don't see Ole leaving, but like you said, man, if he's going to make it, it's going to make a conscious decision whether he's going to think, oh, is it worth it to stay here? Is it worth it? You know what I mean? Is it worth it for me to stay here and say, you know what I mean, like, and just risk take with this United side, because it could end up, you know, sabotaging, you know, his own career and just derail it if you look at it from that aspect. Next question is from Marek WLD. And are you worried that we've only made one signing and not sold any Deadwood players? Yo, real talk, man. It's absolutely worrying right now. And we're going into, I think it's about a week and a half left till the pre-season starts. And we've only signed Daniel James, man. This is a joke, man. This is absolutely ridiculous. If the club want to get where they want to be here, and the club want to get to where they belong, man, one signing is not good enough at this stage, man. And I know things can take time, you know what I mean, complications with contracts and personal terms, but what is going on, man? What the heck is going on with this football club? You know what I mean? Where is the... You don't even see any sources. You don't even see any, you know, any movement going on. Where is the movement? You know what I mean? People can talk about behind closed doors and all that, but apparently Ed Wood was on holiday. It's a joke, man. You know what I mean? And we're trying to get back to where we belong here, and the club do not care, man. They don't care. As long as they get their commercial deals, and as long as we're in top 4 next season. But I'm telling you right now, we're not making top 4 if you're only getting Daniel James this season. It's an absolute joke, man. And for me, yeah, I'm damn right I'm worried, man. Because where do we want to be? Where does the club want to go? If you want top 4, we're not even getting top 4 next season, man. I'm telling you right now, yeah, Wolves and them clubs here, Everton now, they're looking up now. You get me? They're buying players now, 22 million. Would they have bought Andre Gomez a couple of years ago? Never. Absolutely no chance. So for me, man, it's getting a bit worrying, man. You know what I mean? And we need to sort this out, man. So if you're talking to me, yes, I'm worried, man. And Deadwood players, who wants them? Who wants Phil Jones, Chris Smalling? Tell me. Does anyone want them? I'm telling you right now, Blackburn Rovers, I told you, would not want Chris Smalling back from in his old club now. So it's just looking a bit of a myth, you know what I'm saying? And where do we go, man? But yeah. Next question: which youngsters would you make it? Would you expect to make at United? And which will be sold on? From DMac Arena _Arena. Obviously, you got to say Mason Greenwood. Who else is there? I like Trongme. People, I don't know, man. I've chatted to a couple of my guys. They get me. They don't rate thingy. They don't rate Chong. I rate him, man. I don't know about you guys, but I rate him. I like his directness. Like he's got a bit of energy about him. You know what I mean? And he goes at places fearless, man. I like him. And obviously Mason Greenwood, very, very gifted, very, very, you know what I mean, talented in that aspect. So them guys for me are gonna make it. Andrew Gomez, I'm not too sure about him. You know, I don't know, man. Some people can talk about, you know, athletic build and all that sort of stuff, but I just don't know if he's gonna cut it at United, man. I don't. We've not seen the most of. I mean, obviously, if you watch in the 18s and that, you'll see the levels of Gomez. You can see clearly, you know what I mean, his class. But for me, can you step up to the stage? You know what I mean? Can you do that? That's for me another question, man. And people can say, oh, you can get game time and all that, but sometimes you just don't get it, man. Maybe if you can come a couple of years time, go abroad and something like that. For me, it's not being loaned out. You know what I mean? It's not had that consistency of playing regularly. We need to get him to the regular level. So in terms of people leaving, I'm not sure. Obviously we've had a wholesale change of Gribbin and all that sort of stuff, so yeah. It's next question is from Hazrun 07. Is the shambles that we're not seeing is the shambles we are not seeing just the start of what's to come? If the club all-time low or worse for us. It is, man. It's a shambles right now. The club right now are in a mess, man. They're on a roadblock here where they want to be. Where do the club want to be? Do they want top 4? Do they want title? Do they want, you know what I mean? Where does the club see themselves in the next 5 years? That's for me the biggest question for United to really answer. Where does the club want to be right now? For me, I don't see us winning the title for the next 2 years. I see us struggling for the top 4 next season. Even if we get the players in, you know what I mean? Even if we get Wan-Bissaka and all that in. Because for me, the top 4 look now, they just look in shape and they look like they know their style of playing. United don't know their style of playing, and that's worrying for me. So for me, yes, still a shambles at a club this right now. Is Ollie yes man Daz Turner? No, I think he's got his ideas, just needs to implement it. Hi, Robinson Lama. What's your thoughts on Fosu Mensah and CDM role? For me, I like him in that position. I don't like him at centre-back. For me, he's rash. You know what I mean? I see him at Fulham. I didn't like the way he come out. It was, you know what I mean? People can talk about Fulham's different, you know what I mean? And they were struggling. But for me, it was rash. Certain elements of this game, I didn't like it. You know what I mean? And that's it, centre defensive role. If you become disciplined and he's got the pace in there, he's got the agility, he's got the, you know what I mean, the capabilities on the ball, you know what I mean. I think he can play well in that position. I liked it when he came at United and on the youth level, he was playing class on there. So for me, centre defensive role has to be a must for him. Will United become a Liverpool or Arsenal and not win the league for a long time? That's from Sparks. You know what, man? I would never say Liverpool, but maybe an Arsenal. Because I just see Man City are so far of us, and Liverpool are so ahead of us. So, yeah, man, it's looking a bit peak. You know what I mean? I would always say Man United would always be there or thereabouts of winning titles, but right now the reality is now we're not there. We're not there, and United fans out there, man, we need to lower our expectation of our football club. We are a top 4 club at best. I said it throughout the season. We're not a title challenging team. Yes, Ole can create that team in the next few years, but for right now, United need to prioritise getting in the Champions League, settling with a squad, settling with a playing style. That's the key for me. Settling with a playing style that they can go out there and achieve what they want. You know what I mean? And they can get a couple of trophies in there, and why not? But for me, United need to implement their playing style first. Forget about title talk. We need to implement what we want to do, because over the years now we've had low block football, we've had, you know what I mean, side passing. We don't know what we are now. We've lost our identity with our football club, and Ollie needs to research that and need to get back to where we belong. Because right now, yeah, we don't know what we are. That's what's, for me, United have lost their identity. Over the last 6 years since Alan Ferguson have gone, United have lost their identity. So for me, that would be the main aim for Ollie to go and get. Next question. How can Manchester United believe we're going to get back to where we are under the same people, the majority, same Deadwood players, till we get criminal owners and scouting system? We're just patching up a bullet hole. Real talk, man. You said it all there, man. You'll do nothing, man. You said it all there, mate. I don't even need to say anything more than that. Like you said, mate, it's a madness. It's a Deadwood of not being resolved, and where we are, we're just a bullet hole, man. Perfect analogy. Next question from Spence. We all know that we owners are fleecing the club and we should all be debt free by now. But what if we are struggling to get the players we need because there's no money, or just because Woodward is useless and the owners won't invest? we have got money. We can't say that, you know what I mean? We have got the money. We get the money from shirt sales, from commercial deals, you know what I mean? The amount of commercial deals we've got, it's an absolute joke, man. Not enough for me. But the Glazers are rinsing the money out of our football club. They have not spent a penny in this football club. You can talk about all this money that we saw, they've thrown this 500 million. That is not their money. This is the money from the commercial side of it, and from the commercial equity. This is not Man United's money. So right now, they are a joke right now, and they need to leave, you know what I mean? Whether we do a protest or whatnot, we need to get this going. Do we think we'll get a right back? Rishban Sinner. Sorry if I've got that wrong. Yes, I think we will. Well, it all depends on what Ollie wants, man. Because obviously we've got Daniel James now. I feel like we need another one, you know what I mean? We need another one that can really, really give us that edge and quality. For me, I always say competition for places is healthy, man. So why not get 2 right wingers? Why not get two left mids, you know what I mean? Why not? Competition for me is key, man. And next question, Goulet Issa 4, shout out to you, man. If you're not sign a striker this season, who would you play in front of Martial and Rashford? Jeez. If we're not signing a striker, I'd play Martial up front, mate. I'd play him every day, all day, every day. For me, you know what I mean, the composure he has, you know what I mean, the agility, you know what I mean, just the clinicalness of Martial. Head up, should balls. Rashford will get to that level, and I hope he will. But right now, I don't see him getting to that level. So I'd get Martial up front, but we need a striker, man. We cannot be relying on Martial and Rashford up top. No disrespect to them guys here, but they're not world class yet for me. They are genuine quality, but they're not world class for me just yet. What other players? Next question. I'm just gonna go on YouTube now. Where are the players Ollie was eagerly awaiting for silence after Ollie does seem like a puppet? Harsh words, man. Zakir Faisal, man, has harsh words. Whereas the signings, you know what I mean, in his press conference he said, oh, I've got this sign, I've got agents knocking on the door. He said, I've got agents knocking on the door. Where are they now? Where are they? You know what I mean? I thought they were here. I thought, you know what I mean, the attraction of Man United was there. But it's the people behind the closed doors that are not getting this done. You know what I mean? Not willing to pay the extra 10 million for a signing. Not willing to pay, you know what I mean, the extra 200, you know what I mean, 50k a week. 50k a week, you know what I mean? Instead of offload Sanchez, offload Rojo, Darmian, and all these deadwood, yeah, and get the players in, man. This is what we need to do. And if that's stopping us from getting all these signings, then what? You can't blame Ollie. They're playing people above him. Next question from Richard Williams. Will Ollie at United and Lampard at Chelsea, who do you think will have a more successful season within the next 5 years, given time and backing? I don't know, man. That's a bit of a tricky question. That's a bit too far into that. It's a bit of it's one of them, man. You know, because if you look at the last few years, Chelsea have always been consistent with their trophies, and regardless of what managers come in, they've always managed to, like, you know, win trophies. So if you look in that sense, you'd probably say Lampard, but I'm always going to say my club, man. I don't know about you, but I'm always going to say my club, so I'm going to have to say United. I just feel like we've got the budget there, and we've got a manager who will bring his own style of play, and that's key for me. Next question from Kartik. Wan-Bissaka first, Bruno Fernandes next, and then top it off with centre-back. Who would you be happy with these? Would you be happy with these? We need more, but these look important. Yes, 100% Wan-Bissaka. We need to get a right back. I don't want to see Ashley Young again. You know what my thoughts about that. Bruno Fernandes, I don't know what's happening with that one. It feels like we've been ever chasing this guy, and it's just not happening, is it? And top it off centre-back, 100%. I'd get Delict, but it's not going to happen. Probably get Harry Maguire, but that's looking like he's going to City. So we're stuck with Smalling and Jones, man. It's a joke, man. Absolute joke. Next question, from Dubby Guy. Centre midfield or centre back? Who would you, if you were to have let either of these positions be filled by current squad? Who would it be? I'd probably say centre midfielder. Yeah, that's probably. But then again, we need centre back, don't we? But if Pogba leaves, then we need a centre midfielder. We need creative out there. It's a tough one. I'm going to leave you with you guys. Centre midfielder or centre back, which is more priority this season? Who would you buy a right winger now? Would you buy a right winger now, or not one? Get one, or would you get Sancho next season? I'd probably get him next season. See what Daniel James can do right now. But still, I always say, man, competition players is key, man. Samuel, your man. Would you take Icardi? Ooh, now listen, I don't know about you, but I would, you know, man. I like the way he plays. I like the way his style of play. You know what I mean? He's always on the shoulders. You know what I mean? He's always looking to get in behind. You know what I mean? He could get left foot, right foot, can shoot outside the box. But Italian league is not the Man United league. How many times have we said that this is not the Italian league where players don't, you know what I mean, come at you, they sit back and, you know what I mean, they keep the shape. This is not what it is. But then again, I would take him. Hi pal, love your channel, but my question is, with Allegri having a year off, if Ola doesn't have a good season, can you see it and making the move to get Allegri? That's from Callum Ward. Ooh, I don't see that happening, to be honest with you. I don't think Allegri would come to United just because of the fact that he'd want full control of the football club, he'd want full control of the transfers, and I don't think anyone was going to do that. Would I have Allegri? Damn right I would. I wanted him for a few years, him, Pochettino, them kind of elite managers. I think Allegri's an elite manager. I love what he's done at Juventus, being harshly treated for me. I feel like Juventus won the Champions League. They didn't get the Champions League. They won everything apart from the Champions League. You get sacked from other clubs. Man United, you don't get sacked. Even if you get out top 4 now, you know what I mean. You're not getting sacked, but it is what it is. But yes, 100% I get Allegri. Do you think we need another left back who's left-footed? Are you sure left-footed? That's from Sam the man. You know what my thoughts on Luke Shaw is. I've said it 10 times before. We need a new left back. Someone like an up and down. You know what I mean. You see Zinchenko. You know what I mean. Second choice left back, and it does more than Shaw. So whether it's a system or whether we need another season for Shaw to improve, for me, he's 24 right now. How many years do you want him to improve? So just checking these questions. See name 5 signings you would have at United. ZFH Football, Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Bruno Fernandes, Mario Icardi, and Nicolas Pepe or Sancho. But yeah, guys, I'll pick one question out before I can see my battery's running out there. What makes a good centre back in 2019-20? If you're not Phil Jones or you're not Chris Smalling, you're a good centre back. Nah, real talk. Makes good centre back, good on the ball, strong, commanding, leader. You know what I mean? All them good stuff. You know what I mean? Can play the ball out from the back. It's very command. For me, commanding the leadership quality skills. If you get them 2 right, brilliant. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the Q&A. If I didn't get your questions, please, I'm very, very sorry. I'll just scrolling quickly through them. There was too many questions, but I try my best to answer at least most of them every week. I'm probably missing about 4 or 5 in there, but sorry about that, guys. I can see my battery running out there on the right hand corner. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the Q&A. You know what I mean? I try and bring this every week, you know, weekly Q&A, and it's to you guys that, you know what I mean, the dedication. Nearly on 4K subscribers, absolutely mesmerising. You know what I mean? I think I'm about 150 away, if that. You know what I mean? But please subscribe if you're watching this video. If you're a new subscriber, please just hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to see when I'm uploading. You know what I mean? It means the world to me, man. If you can get me to 4K, guys, by the end of this video, yo, hats off to you guys. You know what I mean? I've got bigger content coming. I've got bigger stuff to come. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm going to bring out the best content for you next season and the summer now. So make sure you get your eye peeled on that. Obviously, podcast on Thursday. You know where it's going to be at. Aaron will be back then, so hopefully catch him on there soon. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the Q&A. Like the video, subscribe to Icardi Centre, and I'm out, guys.